Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Paul, or pawxpi, but you can call me Paul. And today I'm gonna talk about a book that had me addicted, like addicted. I read it as fast as I could. I delayed all of my responsibilities so I could finish this book because I couldn't put it down. It was simply a majestic and incredible book. I'm really new to like fantasy romance and dark main male characters. I'm really new to it, and this was like my second book in this genre, and I started reading it because I saw it on Book Talk and I had just finished reading Fourth Wing. I was like, oh my god, should I give it a try? I saw like a bunch of split reviews because people weren't very happy on how like the book cover looked. For me, the book cover was good enough. Like, I don't know, it made me feel something. I liked it, so I gave it a try and it was incredible. This is the book I'm talking about. It's Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I don't know, I've never really read a book with a cover like this, and for me being very new in this genre, it definitely caught my attention and I just went for it. With this review, I upload them on my blog, which will be linked down below. Is pawxpi's place. I usually start my reviews with like the synopsis, then I give my rating, and then I actually give a no spoilers, no spoiler-ish review, and then I go more in depth with the spoiler part of it. So I'm going to start reading the synopsis in case you already know what this book is about. I'm gonna put a timestamp so you know where to jump to and where the actual review will begin. 24-year-old Saeris Fane is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange power she possesses or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen reservoirs for as long as she can remember. When Saeris comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of the myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Saeris has landed herself right in the middle of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Yvelia, and over 1,000 years, Saeris mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher. Oh, just saying his name gives me giggles. A handsome Fae warrior who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist magic to protect his people no matter what it costs him or her. I give this a 5 out of 5. Maybe because I haven't read as many books in this genre to compare it with and to know if it's a bad book or if it's a good book, but I just think it's a 5 out of 5. I couldn't put it down. For me, rating goes, besides it being written good, for me it's very important the addicting factor of a book. If I can't put it down, if I go to bed and I see Kingfisher in my head, or if I dream with the book and I can't stop thinking about it, that for me is a whole star. I've been recently reading other books, another series that I'm gonna make reviews about, and the books are good, but they're not addicting, and I have to remind myself like, oh my god, I need to finish them. And just by that, I can't give it one whole star because it's like, I don't know, I don't think they're that good. That's very subjective as well, but I don't know. This one was addicting, so that's why it's a whole star and makes it 5 out of 5. Okay, this is the part where I talk about the review, but with no spoilers. So it was incredible. Just thinking about it, just remembering the book just gives me goosebumps, and it's amazing. And there were points where I just had to like force myself to read slower because I really didn't want it to end. When it just really got to the very good parts, I was like trying to like slow down my pace because this book was just simply amazing, and I would just let myself read a certain amount of chapters a day to not finish a book in one sitting because I was so close and just completely forget that I have any other responsibilities in the world and just finish this book. One thing that I really loved about this book is that the scenery is so nice. I love being able to have the contrast of both places, of the sand desert area and the cold winter castle area. For me, it was very easy to find myself through the world that Callie Hart had built. Thinking about it, for me, imagining this very big complex universes was something that really scared me about getting into fantasy books, but this book, it was so easy. This was very, very easy for me to imagine. Maybe because I already have some pinpoints of like where like the castle, I would think about the organization castle you see in Avatar, The Last Airbender in the show. I would somewhat see those type of organizations and then finish constructing that world in my mind with what Callie Hart was describing, and it was amazing. It was very easy. The characters are not simple, they're very complex. But since we are not introduced to like a gazillion characters until like the second part of the book, it's just very easy to follow along and see their development before more people jump in. I was able to really make an idea of Saeris, of her family members, of Carrion, and then when more characters would come in, I would be able to have those characters for a few chapters, just them, construct an idea and see their development, that when the bigger amount of characters was added, it just was so easy to follow and see who's who, and that like, oh, Kingfisher is actually doing this or changing, or okay, that's out of character for him, or that's out of character for Saeris, or that's in character for Carrion, you know? So it was really nice to have chapters that only had like a max of 4 or 5 characters, like main-ish characters that you could really follow and that you could really connect with before getting bombarded with a gazillion more characters. I also loved the enemies to lovers situation here. I love that there was like several chapters where the tension was built instead of it just going right through it or taking forever. In this book, there is a nice portion of just tension, snappy comments, them being pretty rude to each other, and then flirting, and then like it develops to what it's meant to develop, and it was really nice. Okay, when it came to the spicy scenes, I felt that it wasn't just only about sex. I felt that those scenes had a meaning. Those scenes helped the characters develop. Those scenes were more than just, you know, having fun. It was truly felt like it helped them connect. It helped them understand each other, and as the book progresses, it will now seeing it from another perspective. It also helped the other characters understand the main characters as one. It just had a meaning, and I just love that the scent is so strong for the Fae. There's no point into trying to explain anything to anyone because they can already smell it. So there's like, it's already a given. There's no lines being crossed just because they can smell it. And I think that's just so nice, like such a cool aspect of it. It's not as complicated. And the last bit of the no spoilers review was about the ending. I love the ending. It just felt like kind of a Hunger Games situation, and I've seen other people just refer to it as that, but it was just like the Hunger Games on steroids. I felt like I was going through those pages as if I was looking up on a board game, and I could visualize them like, okay, this is here, she is here, he's there, and that is there, but then it moves around. And it was also given like Goblet of Fire maze with Cedric and Harry in it as well. So I could see it like as if I was like God, like in the God POV, and like it's a board game and like I can move them around. I got that feeling, and I love it so much. I like that the story had a closure in a way, and it was just not an insane cliffhanger. I enjoyed that the main part of the story, the problem, was resolved. That is solved, and somewhat, even if the other book never came out, it's a closed story. But it had this slight hint of what's gonna happen in the other book, but without it killing your mind. Because like the ending was more of a possibility, a new door that opened, but the last door was closed. And you can you're in like just the hallway just waiting to go through the other door, but not like breaking your brain about what it's gonna happen. Let's get comfortable because the real spoilers are starting. The real review is starting now. I'm gonna talk about each character separately. That's a way for me to do my reviews. I just go through the characters and mention specific situations and how those characters made me feel and how they connected. And then I will probably talk about like the couple itself. Saeris, girl boss, traumatized queen. I love her. She is chaos and I love her chaos. It was nice to be able to see that she has such a rough upbringing and how much she's willing to sacrifice for others, which I think it's just a new person in Kingfisher's life, seeing how selfless she is and how quick she is to risk her life for other people because he's the one who's used to doing that, and meeting someone who just has that willingness to protect and sacrifice. I think it was like really nice for him and I love her. You can just see that her love for Kingfisher and how much she's willing to risk for his safety and his sanity is amazing, and it's just really heartwarming because you can also see that he's had it rough. And he just doesn't deserve a normal love. He deserves a strong, powerful love, just as powerful as he is. She is the one who's really able to give this to him, so I love it. But it was really heartbreaking when she was telling Kingfisher that Madra got them spayed when they were 14 and taking that possibility of him having or her having a family with him or anyone. That really, I teared up. That really hurt me. It's just, I don't know, there was something so vulnerable about that because I guess she never even considered it. She said it so carelessly because for her it's normal. It's just a glimpse of how much trauma and how much she went through when she was under Madra's reign, but it's just crazy that just sounds normal to her. I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but it's so like desensitized to her that it's kind of crazy. I hope now that she is half fae and half vampire, which is crazy. It's insane. Now that she's half a half vampire and that her body changed, that her reproductive organs transformed, and that they have changed too, like they will regrow. That's my idea. I hope, because I really want them to have a happy ending. I really want them to have a family. I feel like both of them, after risking so much for everybody else, now they can just love and have a happy ending and have a little family of their own and be strong together. I love now that she's in power. I love the whole thing when she went to like the Quicksilver area, kingdom, and she had a choice. She went with her heart and not with what other people would have expected her to go with. I love that the little Quicksilver, the twins, were just fangirling about Kingfisher with her, and I just thought that was really cool, and it was really nice to see her have this opportunity to be somewhere beyond, somewhere where the enlightened are, just to show how important she really was, even though that Madra had her in this horrible place and she came from nothing and she was gonna die in nothing pretty much, and now she's in this enlightened and important position and area that I think it was really nice, and that she was also giving the opportunity to just change the world for the Fae and the humans and the vampires and create something new. We're gonna talk about the man, Kingfisher. Wow, he's such an amazing character. He has it all. He's compassionate, he's caring, he's hot, he's smart, he's a leader, he is powerful. He comes from like a powerful family as well, but he's also like an underdog and has gone through a lot. I don't know, I just love it. He's just giving everything you can hope for in an MMC. I do feel like he's this wounded dog, but he's willing to keep guard at the front of the house and protect the family. I kept empathizing with his pain. It was really hard, even though some things were just simply outrageous. I just kind of like felt like, oh my God. It would just make me tear up, just seeing him go through so much and share what he has gone through. And I do think that at the very beginning he was really annoying, but I guess mostly any MMC begins as an annoying little brat. They're all brats, but then they eventually just grow into a better character, and I do love his character development. I just love it. I just love him and Saeris and how he could always smell her. It's just a smelling thing that he just gets me, and he still kind of played it cool. It's also giving like, I don't know, I love it. And he just acts cool, and he kind of plays with her, like getting turned on when she sees him, and he teases her, but she teases him back and uses that on her, like at her favor. I just love how much they tease each other, and how even though like she's human, she's able to work beyond that and get him where she kind of wants him at some point, even though he's a higher being and a more powerful being than what she is. But I love how he adores her. I love how he calls her little Osha. When he told her what it meant, it just destroyed my heart. Like, oh my God, it's just such a wonderful praise. It's just so nice to see him fall for her, like getting that chance to feel that powerful, strong love, and for her too. And both of them are like warriors, both of them are strong. Like, they don't have to stop being who they are to be with each other, because both of them up. And the idea of her being able to manipulate Quicksilver and him being full with Quicksilver is also kind of a cool idea, that she could help him. You know, she is truly the one that could save him, because she's the alchemist, and there hasn't been an alchemist in centuries. So I love it. Moving on, Carrion. What a plot twist. What the heck? Like, he was Fae royalty all along, and why did Callie wait so long to let us know? Like, I want the other book to have more Carrion in it. He was such like a funny character, and it just makes sense why would like Kingfisher allow Carrion to be how he is for the most part. It's like he's literally freaking royalty. He's like the highest command there could be. He was just there sleeping and taking care of his plant and talking about a plant, and well, the whole world was just kabooming. But it makes sense. He can't do anything because he's meant to be in hiding. He's meant to be dead. It's not that I hated Carrion, but it was more like he's so annoying. Like, just shut up. But he was so funny as well. He was giving more of like Chandler vibes, like from Friends in this story sometimes. And then he's just, oh yeah, he is the one who's gonna be freaking royalty, and that everybody thinks that he disappeared or died or whatnot. Like, why does he get that? But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love Carrion, and Carrion has a strong fan base, and I don't want to mess with the Carrion fan base. But I do want to see more action from him in the other book, or have like a novel just about Carrion development, like Lauren Roberts did with like the Adina side in Powerless, Powerful, and Powerful. The next character I want to talk about is Everlane. She is amazing. She's the only other person that brings like a cute, positive side in Kingfisher. I was truly sad that we couldn't see more of her. I do hope we can. I mean, I think we will, since we have to see her recovery and stuff, but I would like to see more of them working together and as if, you know, a loving family, like a friend group. But she was amazing since the very beginning. I was heartbroken when Malcolm took her. I literally can't believe he literally said he was gonna make her a sex slave. Belkian just giving her daughter, just like, take her, because I want Kingfisher to suffer. Like, that is crazy to me. When I read that, I cried. I was crying with Saeris and Kingfisher, just seeing Everlane in that situation. But I'm glad they could save her, and I'm glad they could take her and rescue her and take care of her. It was giving Peter Millark, the Mockingjay, when they added the Jabberjay, I think it was, thing in it for him to hate Katniss. It was kind of given the same vibes. The second to last character I'm gonna talk about is Loreth. Oh, sweet Loreth. What an amazing character. So kind and so sweet. I was very happy to be able to hear about a little bit of how his backstory, because this helped us see Kingfisher in another light, in a situation where we thought just Kingfisher was like an asshole. It was really nice to see that side of Kingfisher and Loreth, and how much he brought Loreth back to life. He saved him. He gave him meaning, and then being able to see that the Quicksilver picked him and wanted him to be able to have the angel's breath power. That's insane. And the song and everything, like just thinking about this whole thing just gives me goosebumps. I don't think you can see it, but it gives me goosebumps just thinking about that. And I really want to see more of Loreth. Like that could be one of like my top favorite character, with of course Kingfisher. He's such a caring and sweet older brother-ish, protective but very kind and caring type of vibe, and I love that. And the last character, the character that I disliked so much, was Dana. What the heck? She's annoying, she's a bitch, she's super rude. I'm glad that Quicksilver said, I'm not gonna be part of your life anymore. I don't care if this is from your family, but I'm moving on to better things. Even though Quicksilver left her, I just wanted her to die, because like she was just bringing problems, and I understand her situation, I understand her feelings, but like girl, move on. They're working for a better future now. He's back, get over it. I feel like this book was one of like the best books I could have read in this moment where I'm starting into fantasy reading, and I truly enjoyed every second of it. I can't wait for the next book to be out. I just want to know more of them. I couldn't stop thinking about Kingfisher. Like when I finished the book, I missed them. I yearned for more. I wanted to just reread it because I kind of sorry about my dog. I just really miss the characters and I miss the world. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see Saeris be a queen and have vampire, and like where does Kingfisher, like I just want to know it all. I want to see more of it. I miss them. This was such an amazing book, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. Whenever I have my own home and I'm not moving around, this is definitely one of the books I'm going to buy and add as a trophy to my library. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first book review. Let me know what you think. I think the next review I'm gonna do is the Empyrean series, so I'm gonna start with Fourth Wing and then Iron Flame. I'm gonna try to keep it just as this one, same structure of synopsis, no spoiler review, and spoiler review. And yeah, if you guys want to check my reviews beforehand, I post them the day before the videos come out. They are going to be in my Beehive website, so the link is going to be down below. Make sure you subscribe. It's completely free. The subscription is just for you to be able to get my posts on your email and just be able to just scroll down and read it as you go. I like to fangirl and scream and say oh my god and say I can like just lose my mind there. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please check out my blog. I'm gonna upload a lot more. Make sure to leave down below any books you guys would want me to read in the future, any recommendations and your thoughts. I would love to read them. I would love to have a full-on conversation in the comments. So yeah, thank you so much.